Every legendary cricket rivalry explained in 12 minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Billion people
Give me a
watching
little.
India versus Pakistan.
Here it
Bodyline
is.
to Monkeygate. 8-0
Here it
World
is.
Cup record. And an underarm ball bowled. Cricket has some of the most intense rivalries in the history of all sports. And in this video, we are going through the most legendary ones. This is every legendary cricket rivalry explained in 12 minutes. India versus Pakistan. These two neighbours became rivals the moment they started playing cricket against each other, because every match carries massive national pride for the moment they started playing cricket against each other.
But he throws some.
Carries massive national pride for both sides. With over 1 billion people watching every encounter, the pressure is insane, and winning means everything to fans on both sides. It's the kind of rivalry where players become instant heroes or villains based on one delivery. The rivalry kicked off in 1952 when they played their first ever test match, and it's been intense ever since. Take the 1996 World Cup quarter-final in Bangalore, where the crowd got so heated that Pakistani players were pelted with bottles when India won. Then there's the 1999 test in Chennai, where Pakistan won, but the Indian crowd gave them a standing ovation for brilliant cricket. Showing respect can exist even in fierce competition. The 2007 T20 World Cup final was the first ever T20 World Cup championship, and these two faced off in the final. The game ended in a tie, and India won in a bowl out, one of the most dramatic finishes imaginable. When you look at the numbers, they've played 59 tests, with Pakistan winning 12 and India taking 9, though 38 ended in draws. In ODIs, Pakistan leads 73 to 58 overall. But here's the brutal part for Pakistani fans. In ODI World Cups, India has never lost to Pakistan, maintaining a perfect 8-0 record. In T20 cricket, India dominates 13-3, and in T20 World Cups, India leads 6-1.
Bro. Maybe they just trying to get in their ass beat. That's what I'm hearing. Cause I mean, like, bro, 13 to a single digit number? Sounds insane, gang. 6-1, we about to go to double digits, bro. Maybe they just tired of losing to India, though. That gotta be it, bro.
They stopped playing regular series against each other, making every World Cup encounter feel like a final where the entire subcontinent stops to watch. England versus Australia. This rivalry exists because England invented cricket and thought they were the best. But Australia kept beating them and proving they were just as good, if not better. It became a battle of pride between the mother country and their former colony, and it's been going strong for over 140 years. The rivalry got its name in 1882, when Australia beat England by just 7 runs at the Oval.
It's not a rivalry, they always kick our ass. Bro, it's not a rivalry for you, game. I ain't gonna lie to you, for you. You just, like, I feel like it's different when you a player, bro. I feel like if you get beat so many times, bro, by the same team over and over and over, bro, you gonna feel some type of way, game. I don't know if you play sports. Like, you could have the good sportsmanship and whatever you can say in the world, I guess. But, bro, once you start losing to the same people over and over and over again, buddy, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know if you play sports. But, bro, if I'm losing to the same person over and over and over again, bro, I gotta feel some type of way, bro, regardless. Like, regardless, bro. So it might not be no rivalry between you, but you're not a player. You don't play for them. So it's like, you can't say
feeling
that.
Devastated, published a mock obituary
you can't
saying
say that,
English
bro.
cricket had died and the body would be cremated with the ashes taken to Australia. That's how the Ashes was born, and it became cricket's most prestigious prize. But what really made this rivalry fierce was the Bodyline series of 1932 to 1933. England was desperate to stop Don Bradman, who was averaging over 90
still haven't reacted
making
to him,
their
bro.
bowlers look like amateurs.
I'm gonna have to react to him after
they
this
came
video.
up with a dangerous tactic called Bodyline, where fast bowlers aimed short balls directly at the batsmen's bodies instead of the stumps. It was brutal and almost caused a diplomatic crisis. Australian captain Bill Woodfull got hit over the heart, and when England's manager came to check on him, Woodfull said that there are 2 teams out there. One is trying to play cricket and the other is not. Since then, they've battled for over 73 Ashes series, with Australia winning 34 and England claiming 32. In individual tests, Australia leads 152-112, and in ODIs, Australia dominates 92 to 65 from 162 matches. Then you've got legends like Don Bradman averaging 89.78 in Ashes matches.
God! 89? 89?
England's ball of the century in 1993, and Ian Botham's incredible 149 at Headingley in 1981, when England pulled off an impossible comeback. India versus Australia. This rivalry exists because India got tired of being treated as the weaker team and decided to fight back hard, while Australia hates losing to anyone and refuses to back down.
Our battle will be legendary.
The result is one of the most intense and sometimes hostile rivalries in modern cricket, where neither side gives an inch. Everything changed.
Oh, it wasn't 89, it was 99? Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, see, that's a little different. 99? 99.
In 2001, when Australia came to India riding a world record 16 consecutive test victories. In the Kolkata test, they forced India to follow on after bowling them out for just 171. The match looked over. Then V.S. Laxman walked in and scored 281 runs alongside Rahul Dravid, who made 180, and India won by 171 runs after being forced to follow on. It was one of the greatest comebacks ever, and it announced India was no longer going to be pushed around. But the rivalry really exploded in 2008 during the Sydney Test with the Monkeygate scandal. Australian all-rounder Andrew Simmons accused Indian spinner Harbhajan Singh of racial abuse, and Harbhajan was initially banned for 3 matches. The Indian team threatened to abandon the tour and go home. From that point on, every series between them became heated with aggressive sledging and players getting in each other's faces. Then came the 2021 Gabba Test, where a depleted Indian team missing Virat Kohli and other stars breached Australia's fortress that hadn't fallen in over 30 years. Rishabh Pant smashed 89 not out to chase down 328 on the final day. In Test cricket, they've played 107 times, with Australia winning 45 and India taking 32. But since 2008, the record stands at 29 wins each, showing how evenly matched this has become. South Africa versus New Zealand. These two became...
I wonder which one is like more like impactful in a way. Is it Australia versus England, or is it Australia versus India? I'll probably say Australia versus India, probably. I'm pretty sure there's probably a video on that, probably. Cause I mean, like, it didn't England just get blown out? I think they literally just got blown out not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken, bro. So maybe it's more entertaining watching India versus Australia.
Rivals simply because they're both competitive teams that want to prove they're better than the other, even though they respect each other deeply. There's no bad blood or drama, just pure sporting competition where both teams consistently punch above their weight on the world stage. The numbers show South Africa has been dominant historically. In tests, South Africa leads 26-7 from 49 matches, and in ODIs, they're ahead 42-27 from 74 encounters. But here's where it gets interesting. New Zealand has this incredible ability to show up in World Cup tournaments, reaching finals in 2015 and 2019, while South Africa...
Because, like, I know they had, like, I know they got history, because, like, I seen, like, a video explain, like, what the Ashes is. Yeah, that go way back. I ain't gonna... So I understand that. But, like, yeah, I feel like right now, bro, probably India and Australia, because, like, based on what I just heard, I would just say that right now.
For choking in knockout matches. The most famous example was the 1999 World Cup semi-final, when South Africa needed just 1 runoff, 4 balls against Australia, and somehow managed to tie, getting eliminated on a technicality. This creates a fascinating dynamic where South Africa dominates the head-to-head record, but New Zealand delivers when it matters most, on the biggest stages. What makes this rivalry special is the mutual respect, with no sledging wars or controversial incidents, just 2 teams playing hard, fair cricket and producing world-class players like A.B. de Villiers and Kane Williamson. Afghanistan versus Pakistan. This rivalry exists because Afghanistan burst onto the cricket scene and started challenging Pakistan, their much more established neighbour. For Pakistan, losing to Afghanistan is embarrassing because they once considered them minnows. For Afghanistan,
y'all told me about Afghanistan.
Pakistan proves they belong.
Well, so okay, like, tell me about Afghanistan, bro. Is it like, are they? Be honest, bro. Like, are they good or no? Be honest. Because, like, I don't know if people was being honest with me, bro, when they told me about Afghanistan, bro. Are they good or no? Underdog. Afghanistan rising nation. Okay, they got okay. They're a good team, but not to the top level. Yep, very good team. Okay.
Among the elite
See,
teams.
that's what
the
I wasn't
rivalry
getting, bro.
started in 2012 when Afghanistan played their first ODI against Pakistan. Nobody expected much from the newcomers who learned cricket in refugee camps and dusty fields.
Boom, roasted.
But Afghanistan had other plans. They kept improving rapidly, and the margins in matches kept getting smaller. In the 2019 World Cup, Afghanistan came agonizingly close to beating Pakistan in a thriller. In ODIs, they faced each other just 8 times, with Pakistan winning 7 and Afghanistan claiming 1 victory. But in T20 cricket, where Afghanistan really shines with world-class spinners like Rashid Khan and Mujib-ur-Rahman, they've played 16 matches, with Pakistan winning 10 and Afghanistan taking 6. The tension keeps growing because Afghanistan pulls off upsets against bigger teams in World Cups, proving they're not just there to make up the numbers. When Afghanistan wins, their fans celebrate like they've conquered the world, and the rivalry grows more intense with every encounter. England versus India. This rivalry exists because England invented cricket and dominated for decades, but India learned the game, got really good at it, and eventually became more powerful than their former teacher. It's the classic story of the student surpassing the master, and it completely flipped the power dynamic in world cricket. The rivalry started in 1932 when India played their first test at Lord's against England and lost by 158 runs, which was expected. For decades, England dominated, but India kept improving. The turning point came in 2002 at the NatWest final at Lord's. India were chasing 326 runs, which looked impossible, and they were struggling badly. But Mohammad Kaif and Yuvraj Singh pulled off one of the greatest chases in one-day international history. The celebrations that followed, with Sourav Ganguly taking off his shirt and waving it from the Lord's balcony, became an iconic moment that symbolised India's arrival as a force that wouldn't be pushed around. In Test cricket, they've played 141 matches, with England leading 53 to 37. But most of England's wins came in the early decades. In recent years, India has dominated, especially at home, where they have become almost unbeatable. England had their moment in 2011 when they won a Test series in India 4-0, shocking everyone. But the Indian Premier League has made Indian cricket the richest in the world, and India has established themselves as one of the most dominant teams globally, completing the power shift from teacher to student.
Who's laughing now?
Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. This rivalry exists because Bangladesh wants to prove they're no longer the underdogs of South Asian cricket, while Sri Lanka wants to maintain their superiority over their neighbours. It's a rivalry driven purely by competitive spirit, with no extra drama, just 2 teams fighting for respect and supremacy. The story started in 1986 when Bangladesh played their first ODI against Sri Lanka and got demolished by 7 wickets. For years, this pattern continued. Sri Lanka, with legends like Mutia Muralitharan and Kumar Sangakkara, dominated Bangladesh across all formats. In Test cricket, they've played 26 matches, with Sri Lanka winning 20 and Bangladesh managing just 1 solitary
I know this is
victory.
off topic, but I think after this video, bro, I want to check out some Brett Lee, bro.
But Bangladesh kept improving slowly
I'm gonna check out
and steadily.
Brett Lee.
They developed quality players like Shakib Al Hassan, who could change games with both bat and ball, and they started winning matches they would have lost a decade ago. The breakthrough moment came in the 2025 Asia Cup, when Bangladesh ended Sri Lanka's 8-match winning streak in T20s, winning by 4 wickets with just 1 ball remaining. That victory felt
Just
different
1 ball
because it
is
showed
crazy.
Bangladesh was no longer content with just competing. They wanted to win and earn respect. In T20 cricket, they faced each other 21 times, with Sri Lanka winning 13 and Bangladesh taking 8, showing the gap is closing. The rivalry is purely about cricket, with both teams pushing each other to be better.
See,
Australia
I like that.
versus New Zealand.
I like that right there.
This rivalry exists because they're neighbours across the Tasman Sea who are best friends off the field, but want to destroy each other on it. Australia has always been the bigger, more successful sibling, while New Zealand is the underdog that refuses to back down and occasionally pulls off stunning upsets. The rivalry is defined by...
Isn't New Zealand not that bad, though? Like, honestly? Because I think my first time, I don't really know. I'm going to ask y'all. I seen them, the first time I seen them was when they was going against India. But they didn't look like they were, honestly, not that bad. I think I seen all of when they were batting. I think I seen all of that.
One
Ain't gonna lie.
infamous moment.
New Zealand's
On
pretty
February
good.
1st, 1981, Australia and New Zealand were playing at the MCG, and the match came down to the final ball. New Zealand needed 6 runs
New
to
Zealand's
tie.
second
Then
unluckiest team in
Australian
the
captain
world
Greg
after
Chappell
South
made a
Africa.
decision that shocked the cricket world. He instructed his brother Trevor to bowl the final ball underarm, rolling it along the ground like a lawn bowl, making it physically impossible for New Zealand batsman Brian McKechnie to hit it
Wait.
for 6. The crowd
Wait, what?
erupted in fury. Commentator Richie Bennell
Wait,
called it one
what?
of the worst things he'd ever seen on a cricket field, and New Zealand felt utterly cheated. The underarm incident became infamous and defined this rivalry forever. Despite that moment, Australia and New Zealand have remained relatively cordial. Australia has dominated historically across all formats with more resources and bigger talent pools, but New Zealand has pulled off memorable victories